So today I called the police. I reported him for all his crimes. You know, they seemed very helpful, this, that, and the other. They promised me a crime reference number, they didn't send it. Um, they say they'll call me tomorrow at 8 o'clock and we'll have a telephone appointment because they didn't have any officers to bother tonight. You know, even though I told them that my business is literally being paraded around and stolen, none of my staff, suppliers or anyone are getting back to me or talking to me because John's told them that I'm a psycho and that legal action is being taken against me and that they're not to talk to me at all. And that's to protect his own self-image. But I've just got a load of videos and stuff from my sister tonight that I'd sent her for safekeeping. I asked the police earlier, I said, look, fair enough, 8 o'clock tomorrow, but if I got an email address I can start sending the evidence to in case anything happens to me, please. They said no, sorry, they'll give you an email tomorrow. That was hours and hours and hours and hours ago. Okay, that was this morning. That was over 12 hours ago. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't at all. Sorry, that was a complete lie. I've only been awake for 7, so that was a few hours ago. But now I'm starting to get. Now that I've just received this new evidence, which you'll what the new evidence is the last video, by the way, the last video I posted just now, that one where you can clearly see him fucking with my head on purpose, stressing me out every night when I was trying to relax and get to sleep so I could wake up early in the morning and be more productive. He's wearing me down, and I was smart enough to catch it, stay calm, because don't get me wrong, he had me in some rages, but he pushed me to every single one of them. None of them are my fault, and I'm not accepting guilt for anything I ever did, which, by the way, never violent. I have never laid a finger on him. He's never had a bruise from me. And anyway, I just rang them now and said, look, I'm feeling unsafe. I've told the wrong person since I called you that you're going to be dealing with it and he's going to go to prison and stuff. And I'm worried that something's going to happen to me before now and then. Please, can I have an email address just to send you this new evidence and the evidence of my... Because they haven't had any of it. They haven't asked for any evidence yet, by the way, right? And I called them 7 hours ago. You know, they don't seem that fazed, but when I called them for immediate help 2 years ago, and I pre-warned them on the 999 or 911, sorry. I rang 911 and I said, hello, look, I am an abuse victim. I am going to look like the nutter. I'm going to be emotionally fucking charged because he's violent. I've tried 24 hours of this. He's violent. He's a massive cocaine user. He's absolutely gone loopy, and now he's actually started to throw my stuff around and smash my things and get violent. I can't get away from him. I can't ask him to leave. He needs an ambulance. He needs a checkup from the neck up. I thought he was just loopy. I didn't realize he was a narcissistic piece of shit. And I pre-warned them that don't let him talk to any officers first. This is my plea for help. This is the only call I've ever made to you first, yeah? Even though I've asked you for help the 4 times, I said, this is the first call I've made to you, and said, please come and fucking get him. And I'm ready to tell you all about the abuse, right? But do not trust that man. He will twist your officers' heads into think he's so calm and sincere. He's such a good actor. I'm a loving man, and he's such a nice... He's gone crazy. He's got mental health issues. You'll see when you see him. He can't even keep his hands straight. I don't know what else he was telling them. He must have been charging them with some really bad stuff, because they just drag me out of places. He must be telling them that I'm actually violent, or I've done things to things, or I don't know what he said. But we're going to find out, because the police are going to fucking tell me. After all this, they're going to tell me every fucking word that cunt fucking spun about me, that they believed, lapped up, and then let me down every time over. So the fact of the matter is if I can't give the evidence to the police, I'm uploading it here. Because if anything happens to me, Ross Gritton, owner of Fun Fish Trips, Brixham, yeah? Check company's house Fun Fish Trips, you'll see 2 limited companies. By the way, the first limited company was a mistake of mine. I thought that that was a way to trademark a name, and I love the name, yeah, it is. And I'm all about SEO, and everything's got to match in order to please Mr. Google, or it did at the time 10 years ago, all right? So trust me. That company says Ross Gritton is 100% shareholder and he is 100% director, yeah? It was my name idea. It was my idea. I invested in, well, he lent me a little bit into that, but I invested into it, and then I've paid fucking a million times over through my mental health. Now, there's no fucking doubt. That's my company, 100%. And it was stolen from me. That day, the police let me down and believed him. After I called him, I pre-warned them on 999 the police would make them believe that I am the assailant, the abuser, the weird one. I begged them not to believe my abuser at the time, and they still can't. They didn't just cart me away. They arrested me for mental health, for a mental health checkup, yeah? But they did it by arresting me for criminal damage of the boat that I was on, because I'd peeled off some of the shit he'd covered the windows with, and he'd taped over the insulation, which I paid for and have, because it's my boat, yeah? They carted me off of my own boat for criminal damage for peeling a little bit of silver tape off of some insulation. That was the excuse they used to get me just arrested. Then they chucked me in the back of a police van. Oh, and 6 people just jumped me, yeah. It was wrong. There was no reason to believe that I was violent at all. I'd really fucking love to know what they believed that day on the 14th of October 2022 at Dolphin Boatyard in Gampton, okay? I'd fucking love to know what he spun to them, because the way they jumped me was like I was some sort of dangerous nutter. My tribute, I got out of that hospital. I was then actually thrown in a police cell, and I was kept for over 24 hours without being told why. Bearing in mind I was arrested on that charge, so they gaslit me into believing that I was there for criminal damage, which of course is never going to happen because there's no evidence. I'm thinking, oh well, you know, even if they don't interview me, they got to let me go by now. 24 hours is up. I'm like, shit, hello? It's been 24 hours, guys. Why the fuck am I still here? Oh, well, I don't know. We're going to have to go and check that out. Hour 36, they came back and they said, Mrs. Gritton, you're still... I said, I'm going mad at this point. 36 hours. Unless it's the Hostage Act, I'm sorry. The Hostage Act. Unless I'm a terrorist, which I fucking clearly ain't. They committed crimes of fucking humanity against me. And withheld water, by the way. I'll get into that, but that's all. That'll be there. That's documented. Trust me. They're in for the fucking high jump. But I just rang them and said I'm worried that I'm in danger from this abuser because I've spilled shit to the wrong person, and I need to get this evidence to you guys before something happens to me. And they said no, guys. They said no. Absolutely no. I said, not even with what I've told you, you've put me through. They know everything. I've told them countless times over the last couple. Trust me, they don't want to know. They don't fucking care. I said, listen, what I'm going through, I'd expect a fucking unit outside my house making sure I'm safe. I said, and you can't even accept my evidence. You can't even give me a way of sending these videos of him throwing me down the stairs, breaking my ankle, the photos of my ankle, the videos of him literally trying to stir up an argument, the videos of him sleep depriving me. I said, and the evidence that he stole my business and he's parading around as if he owns it while I'm sat here in my own house a prisoner still, at least 8 hours now after calling you. And I'm terrified right here. And that's your answer. And they said yes. I don't fucking lie. Not a single word of what you just heard was a lie, except for the, I'm not quoting anyone. I haven't, nothing I just said that anybody said is word for word. That's a disclaimer, but I'm not lying. That's the story. That's what's just happened, guys. All right.